arrived live on the scene of a murder that happened late last night. And although details are very sketchy, we do know that one of the shooting victims is rapper Snoop Doggy Dogg. There was apparently a lot of gunfire here.
Aquí aparecieron el Snoop Doggy Dogg. No sabemos por qué es motivo, pero...
As I look up at the sky, my mind starts tripping, a tear drops my eye. My body temperature falls. I'm shaking and they breaking, trying to save the dough. Pumping on my chest and I'm screaming. I stop breathing, damn, I see demons. Dear God, I wonder, can you save me? I can't die, my boo-boo's about to have my baby. I think it's too late for praying. Hold up, her voice spoke to me and it slowly started saying,
bring your lifestyle to me, I make it better.
And how long will I live?
Eternal life and forever.
Or will I be the G that I was?
I make your life better than you can imagine or even dreamed of. So relax your soul, let me take control. Close your eyes, my soul.
My eyes are closed. Murder was the case that they gave me. 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 I'm fresh up out my coma. I got my mama and my daddy and my homies in my corner. It's gonna take a miracle, like safe for me to walk again and talk again. But anyway, I get running some keys to get back on my feet. And everything that said came to reality. Living like a baller low, I'm having money and blowing hella smoke. I bought my mama a Benz, my boo-boo a Jag, and now I'm rolling in the 9 Tris AL Dog Ray.
Just remember who changed your mind, cause when you start set tripping, that ass is mine.
Indeed, her great proceed to smoke. Never have a want, never have a need. They say I'm greedy, but I still want more. Cause my eyes want to journey some more. Really though.
Check it out.
I pray the Lord, my soul is me. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord, my soul
Murder was the case that they gave me.
Murder was the case that they gave me. Murder was the case that they gave me. No more endo, gin and juice. I'm on my way to Chino, rolling on the Grey Goose, shackled from head to toe. 25 with the SL, with nowhere to get, so I know. From the other side, recognize my face, cause it's the OG, Digo double G, LBC. Man dogging, cause I don't care. Red jumpsuit with 2 braids in my head. Stare as I enter the center. They send me to a level 3 yard, that's where I stay late night. I hear toothbrushes scraping on the floor. Getting they shanks, just in case the war pops off. Cause you can't tell what's next. My little homie, baby boo, he took a pencil in his neck. And he probably won't make it to C22. I'll put that on my mama, I'm gonna ride for you, baby boo. Murder was the case that they gave me. Murder was the case that they gave me. Murder was the case that they gave me. Murder was the case that they gave me.
Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Clap your hands, clap, clap, clap. Stomp your feet, stomp, stomp, stomp. Spin around, spin, spin, spin. Alright. Good morning. Wash your hands, wash, wash, wash. Shake your hands, shake, shake, shake. Brush your teeth, brush, brush, brush. Alright. Good morning.
Happy Monday, though. Happy Monday. Hey, good morning. It's Uncle Lou here. Yeah, that's right. It's me, Uncle Lou. Live for you on LouTube today. Hey, thanks for watching. You know, I really appreciate it also in addition to that as well. Appreciate you guys tuning in. It's the morning show. Me, Uncle Lou, and BVD, who's joining us right now, maybe? Yeah, good morning, though.
Who's this BBD guy?
Oh, my bad. This is the morning show with Uncle Lou and Bob, though.
Thank you.
Yeah. How was your weekend, Bob?
Yeah. Pretty interesting weekend, I guess. A lot of good football.
Yeah.
I guess that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of good football. A lot of bad football, too.
Yeah? Oh, you must be talking about Clemson.
Yeah, well, not really, but yeah, we can go ahead and include them, too.
Man, they're terrible, aren't they?
Yeah.
C minus.
Texas A&M should have been in over them.
C minus.
Did Trevor lose the Heisman, or was it over anyway?
The Heisman votes were put in 3 weeks ago.
Kind of wonder if
But he wasn't going to win it anyway. He missed
Devontae.
He missed 2 games. He wasn't going to win it anyway.
So who you got, Mac?
I think Devontae Smith's going to win it. I really do.
He probably should.
I can't think of the last time I was upset at the Heisman winner. I mean, there might have been times where I said, well, maybe I would have voted for somebody else. But to me, it's just clear cut this year. And if it wasn't for the fact that it seems like the Heisman is just a quarterback award, I don't even really think there would be any debate. Like, everyone would be saying, well, yeah, Devontae Smith's going to win. You know, if it was really just a best player award, but we're so used to seeing a quarterback win it that we almost look for quarterbacks to give the award to. Not that Mac Jones or Kyle Trask or whatever didn't have great seasons, they did. But they weren't the best player in college football. I mean, it was Devontae Smith.
There's hardly ever a non-quarterback on the preseason Heisman watch list.
Yeah,
Was
and
Devontae
even more
on the
rarely a
list this
wide
year?
receiver. I mean, sometimes you'll see some running backs show up on there, but very rare. I mean, I think the last wide receiver to win it was Desmond Howard. And that was in the 90s, early 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that might have been late 80s.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I know you're right. It was way back. At least a century ago.
Not a century ago, but last century.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Just sounded better to say that.
Yeah.
Desmond looks good enough today, fit enough to play that he could go back out there and play. I mean, He's one of those guys that has aged well.
Now, one of our
At least,
favorite things to
you know.
do on here is to look at a picture and overly dissect it, every little thing, like the porch picture. And I have some serious concerns about this picture right here. But what pops into, what are some things that pop into your head when you see this picture?
Well, the first thing you notice is the leaf blower to me.
Right. He's stoking the fire with the leaf blower.
Yeah. The little girl on the zero turn. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not running.
Now, like you said, I think the leaf blower is what jumps out at you right away. What is he doing here? Well, and then you say, okay, he's stoking the fire with a leaf blower, but there's so much more here.
Is he trying to put it out?
Well,
with the leaf blower.
that would be one of the dumbest. Well, it's already. No, I don't think he's trying to put it out.
I don't think so either, but I'm just trying to list the possibilities here.
Let me ask you this. Is this picture photoshopped?
Oh, jeez.
Is that kitty?
No.
Okay. Explain the kitty table compared to. Things don't look proportionate to me. How tall is that house? And how tall is that ladder?
Yeah, that's a 6-foot ladder. 6-foot step ladder.
So it's a 5-foot house?
And I think the reason it looks that way is because there's a little bit of a bank there. You look behind him, you can see the difference there. Depth perception can screw with your head, too, on a picture. I'm still trying to say, I don't know if it's my vision or what is that in the back there? Is that a trailer with some crap on it? Or
that looks like a pull-behind trailer.
Look at in the very far back there.
That's the main house.
In front of the trees. Oh, I guess it could be.
Somebody says that's an 8-foot ladder. I doubt that's an 8-foot ladder with only 4 rungs.
It might be. I don't think so. But it might be.
Somebody says it's the picture stretched out. I did not alter this picture in any way.
Yeah, yeah. Unless Jeff there is 7 feet tall. I don't think that's an 8-foot ladder. But we could be wrong.
Another question. What is the purpose of this fire? In other words, it doesn't appear to be cold outside.
Wouldn't think so.
The girl is wearing, I don't know if that's a sundress or a sleeveless shirt with shorts, whatever that is that she's wearing. He's wearing short sleeves. He can't be bothered. Look at this guy. Also, why is this guy the angry grandpa's doppelganger? Does that not look like the angry grandpa?
Yeah, it does. Well, we talked with the guy. He might be an angry grandpa. This might need to be a new segment on the morning show.
Yeah, send us your weirdest picture.
And let us dissect them.
Yeah.
Let Lou and BBD dissect your picture.
Now, the fire pit. why is it built up higher on the left side with bricks than on the right side, which results in the fire pit purposely sitting at a weird angle?
Is that that by any chance to make up for the rotation of Earth? Nah, wouldn't think that.
Is it normal to brick up a? This is one of those outdoor fire pits that you can buy at Lowe's. Is it necessary to brick one of those up? Because see, I've done it two different ways when it comes to fire. I've built my own fire pit with bricks. Mm-hmm. I've also bought a fire pit at Lowe's. I've never combined the two. This guy built a fire pit, probably used it, then went to Lowe's, bought a pre-made fire pit, and set it inside of his existing fire pit. Why?
You've got a plank of wood.
Yeah, underneath the bricks.
Underneath the lid. And to be honest, when you first look at those bricks, they almost look like blocks of wood.
Yeah.
Which would be really funny, holding up a fire pit. Now, I can understand why he's got the fire pit sitting on those blocks, because at the house I lived in before, the people that lived there before me left their fire pit. And I'm pretty sure it's because the legs were rusted out on it. So I just built something kind of like what he's got there and set the pit down in it.
Yeah.
And it worked pretty good. But generally, if I'm going to go buy one of those things with the legs on it, I'm not going to go to the trouble of doing all that other crap. And if I do, I'm probably going to make sure it's level. But he may know something we don't.
Yeah, and we haven't even said who this is.
I did say his name.
You did say his name.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody caught that or not.
Steve says, I just want to know who photoshopped the orange T off of this guy's shirt. It would be a yellow W. A yellow WV.
Yeah, I'm betting if we could see the front of that hat, it's got a yellow WV on it, or WVU.
How many tires do you think are strewn across this property?
Fair question. Wonder if there's any jacked up cars on the other side of the house.
Well, there's at least one jacked up pull behind trash trailer.
Are we stereotyping by any chance by our comments?
I'm not intentionally stereotyping. When you look at this picture, there's some legitimate questions that need to be asked.
Yeah.
Now, Waikiki says there's 0 tires, 0 cars, 8 pull behind trailers. If there's no cars, how did the pull behind trailer get there if there's no cars on this property?
What's with the tree back there too that needs to be down?
That it's going to be down soon, ain't it?
Yeah.
One way or the other.
Yeah. And they're waiting on gravity to take it down.
I like how there's nothing else anywhere near it either. It's like, they clear cut some land here to build whatever this building is. And then they said, but leave that one tree though.
That's my favorite tree.
Yeah.
Nobody cut that down. It does have some pegs on it, limbs, like a telephone pole.
Waikiki says the tree is already down. Now, Waikiki, is that tree down by natural causes, or did this guy... Oh, you think he took the blower over there and just blew it down? It looks like he probably could have.
That's possible. I know. Well, you got me wondering now what the fire's all about. Nick D says the mower's not meant for cutting grass. It's meant to get to town. You probably don't see a whole lot of that, do you?
What?
Do you live in a city type place?
No, you don't. No, you don't see that.
A lot of guys riding lawnmowers.
No, what would you see? Golf carts. I go to the grocery store up here, and half the parking spots are filled with golf carts.
Damn. I don't think. Could be wrong. Don't know about West Virginia, but I'm guessing the laws up there are probably pretty similar to the ones down here.
Yeah.
Don't think a zero turn on the highway is what you'd call legal.
Right.
Unless it's on the back of one of them trailers back there. Waikiki, is that an 8-foot ladder or is that a 6-foot ladder?
If y'all were listening to the show on Friday, we attempted to prank call strangers and invite them to a New Year's party. And this was who we called, this guy. But we were no match for him.
The prank was on us.
Yeah. So this is Waikiki's father. Here. And Waikiki said, hey, you guys should call my dad on Friday with the Happy New Year's prank. He loves messing with people on the phone when they call him. So we said, okay, this will be good. We called him. The guy's amazing. In fact, I would love to have the guy on a regular basis, to be honest.
Yeah.
Now,
Waikiki, did you actually tell us that he likes to mess with people on the phone? I can't remember. It doesn't matter. He did a great job. He did the best job so far I maybe have ever heard of not having it. You ever get that gas line fixed? Okay. Oh, no, I like screwing with the telemarketers myself sometimes. Try and get them to go through as much of their spiel as possible.
I sure hope he got it fixed. About 2 a.m., he says. Yeah, that's good. Thank God. Parker, thank you for hitting the super chat this morning, sir. Thank you for supporting the show. He says, does anybody else find it funny how, due to COVID, only in-conference games were played, but then all of a sudden bowl games were allowed cross-conference? No, I don't find that funny at all. But then again, I actually paid attention when all these conferences announced that they were doing conference-only schedules and the reasoning why. So it's probably. Is it funny to you, BVD?
I wouldn't say that it's funny. Well, Frank Lloyd Wright, an American architect known for building low-roof houses.
Brandon Pratt, thank you for the super chat, sir. He says, Peachtree City has golf cart lanes on the side of the road. We don't have that here. Some areas have bicycle lanes, which really don't even get me started on those people. I'm sorry. Listen, you can love to ride your bike. That's fine. These people who, I don't care what the laws are. You know, some things are legal. It doesn't mean they're a good idea. You know, it's legal in South Carolina to ride your motorcycle without a helmet on. That doesn't make it a good idea. It's not a good idea to ride your bicycle in regular traffic lanes just because it's legal. You know, it's not a good idea. Get out of the road. Go to a canal or something. They have all these bike trails all over the place here. Go there. Quit riding up and down busy thoroughfares just because you can. And once a year, one of them gets hit, and it's a big, you know, oh my God. You know, and then you got to look at all these share the road signs. Share the road. Get a car. That's why I tell them, share the road. No, get a car. Get a car. I'd be happy to share.
Get a car or quit drinking. Be a good way to put it around here.
Bike laws were made by Democrats. There's not a single elected Democrat in my county, Uncle Stu, but that was a nice failed attempt at pretending you know what you're talking about, though. Buckeye Till I Die says, how about my Buckeyes? What do you think of our chances of beating Bama? I don't think they're very good. That doesn't mean you can't win. I
think if they'd have played them in the semifinals, their chances would have been a lot better than they will be in 7 days.
I've watched every Ohio State game this year. That was the best game Ohio State played by a mile. I mean,
the best game they played in
by a mile. Ohio State hasn't been able to cover a wide receiver all year. They somehow figured it out last week. They haven't been able to get to the quarterback all year. They somehow figured that out. Justin Fields had 6 touchdowns and 6 incompletions. If he has 6 touchdowns and 6 incompletions against Bama, then Ohio State's got a great chance.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Rarely does a team play their best game twice in a year.
Especially back-to-back.
Right.
And especially against Dabo Swinney and Nick Saban.
I mean, they looked amazing in that game against Clemson. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't just that they won. It was they made Clemson look inept. I mean, let's be real. One game doesn't define anything, and Trevor Lawrence is an amazing quarterback, one of the best we've seen, and he'll be the number 1 draft pick. They made him look average at best. I mean, there was points in the second half of that game where I felt sorry for Trevor Lawrence. I thought he was going to get broken in half. I couldn't believe it.
Fields is the X factor. He will hurt Bama with his legs.
Well, that remains to be seen. How many times Justin Fields take off running after he got his ribs broke? 0. There was a couple of plays in the second half of that game where just by instinct, when I was watching it, I was like, oh, he's about to take off. And then you could tell he had to stop himself, and he just basically fell down and took the sack. I haven't heard, and I don't know that they will even make an announcement about his ribs. Why let Bama know one way or the other? But and you could see the pain he was in on the sideline. Every time he would come off the field, he was almost crying over there.
Well, you've had your ribs busted up.
Oh, I said it during the game when I was watching. I was like, I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know if he's got a bruise or broke rib. What I said, but I had just a hairline fracture, and it's almost like having a pulled muscle in your back. Like you're hyper aware of every movement you make. You know, like you bend down real slow, you get up real slow, you don't twist because that pain. You know, if you do the wrong thing, that pain is unbearable. That's how the broken rib was. Like I would forget about it sometimes. and I would go to bend over to tie my shoe or to get something off the floor, and it's like someone stabs you in the stomach. It's
if he would had to have allowed, if they relied on a loud cadence, he might have been in trouble with that. I mean, they use that clap snap thing, right? I don't know what the hell it's called.
Yeah.
That's what I call it, the clap snap. But they still have to bark out some stuff. That was probably even hard. If you've never had a rib bruised or broke or whatever, you can't understand. It's like having a knife in your side constantly. The only time it don't hurt, or at least when I had mine, was when I slept. And I would usually wake up in somewhat writhing pain.
Yeah.
But, I mean, those two games.
Oh, we got to get to the fake news. We got to get to the fake news, then we'll talk some more about the playoffs.
Okay. Yeah, it is 8:30. That's right, yeah.
Hey, Scott, what's up, buddy?
Uncle Lou, Big Ball Daddy. Happy New
Year, Scott.
That man needs a bro bra, don't you think? On the picture.
Did you say a bro bra?
Yeah, he needs a bro bra. And listen, I had the clap snap at Red Lobster this past weekend, and it was delicious.
Oh,
You got the clap snap mixed up with the clap snap.
Never take home never take home a waitress from the Red Lobster. That's how you end up with the clap snap.
I got to tell you something, Uncle Lou. I watched the game, the Peach Bowl, and had you on your live stream, and it was glorious. I mean, the 3,000 plus that were viewing your live stream and watching the game, because they had like C&D sportscasters calling the game, and it was a 10-second delay, and my wife Holly appreciated it because I didn't have to holler as much because you hollered and yelled for me.
I had a good time.
Oh, man, it was great. I mean, you've got to do that next year for every Georgia game.
Yeah.
And that's just like, because that brought back memories of watching Georgia football and listening to Larry Munson call a game. But you just put every emotion that you possibly could. I think your son was in there one moment, and you told him, and you kept telling him that they took a timeout and then they punted the ball.
Yeah. That made me so mad. I was about to lose my mind I couldn't believe, I still can't believe he did that. And luckily,
I couldn't believe it either.
Luckily, the Cincinnati coach did something equally as stupid about 2 minutes later by throwing the ball on third down, and that made up for that wasted timeout.
Yeah, because when he punted the ball, I thought, well, the game over. And as you were saying, I was thinking at first down here, game's over, and I was thinking, God, I was thinking, it was like 10 seconds later, you said the same thing that I was thinking. I was like, wow, this is great. Anyway, it was glorious, and I just thoroughly enjoyed it. All right, gentlemen, I will take up not too much of your time, but here we go. It is time for Lou Tube Fake News, and here is the news fit to be only on the Uncle Lou channel. And here's a big fat news alert. Adam Gase is fired as New York Jets coach, and who are they considering replacing him? Florida coach Dan Mullen. The New York Jets office stated that since we've been on a losing projectile for decades now, Dan Mullen would be a great fit to keep us on the down low. More on this ridiculous story as it happens. That's actually true news there. The Duke's Mayo Bowl turned into a big fight, and not on the field. Fans of Hellsman's, Kraft, Miracle Whip, and Heinz Mayo started throwing various mayonnaise all over the attendees, yelling their mayo is the best and that Duke's sucks. An attendee said it looked like the biggest money shot ever in a porn movie. No one was hurt, but stray dogs were attempting to lick people as they left the field. Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers said he wants to disown his younger brother, Jordan Rodgers. He is just a dumbass, said Aaron. His sports commentating and analysis sucks and knows nothing about the game. Jordan is one of the sports commentators on the SEC network and has never predicted a game correct. Aaron went on to say he keeps asking for some of that State Farm money. He is dumber than a bag of hammers. And then when he goes to a mind reader, they only ask for half price. Jordan was asked to comment, and he stated, I like tater tots. The fight that took place after the Armed Forces Bowl between Mississippi State and Tulsa turned out to be your mama jokes gone wrong. For instance, one was, your mama's so fat, Dora the Explorer can't even explore. And then a retort of, your mama's so stupid, she put 2 quarters in her ears, and she thinks she's listening to 50 Cent. The one that brought out the fight was a player from Tulsa stated a Mississippi State mama had taken care of the whole team at the hotel the night before. Mississippi State called in and spent the money for Dr. Phil, who said, you just can't throw flour in the oven and make biscuits. Mississippi State coach Leach was furious and said that money on Dr. Phil could have been well spent on hookers and cocaine. Penalties and suspensions could be in the future for both teams. Well, the Georgia Science Department is at it again. They took their new thought machine on the road to the Cotton Bowl.
Yes.
The machine is used to read thoughts of humans, and they're going about, as they go about their day. This past week, they hooked up the machine to defensive coordinator Todd Grantham during the Cotton Bowl Classic. His thoughts were as follows. Blitz, 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 damn it, blitz. Do you think Oklahoma knows my defensive scheme? Blitz, blitz, damn, I'm sweating like a bricklayer in Baghdad. Blitz, can we blitz? Okay, I'm going to catch them by surprise and call blitz. After the game, Florida alum set up a bonfire outside the stadium and burned their Florida diplomas in protest of Grantham ever coming back to the defensive coordinator again. When asked about the accuracy of the thought machine, Grantham said, I ain't got time for that. I need to come up with a blitz scheme for 2021 while gnawing on a chicken thigh from KFC. Thought machine had to be cleaned thoroughly and recalculated due to the sweaty, dewy smell that Grantham left on the technology the 60-plus minutes he wore it. And Dan Mullen, in his post-game interview, stating that his last game was played 11 days ago, was met after the game by Hulk Hogan, who flailed Mullen around the hallways of the stadium and then body slammed him, leaving a puddle of pee and poo left from the pants of Mullen. Hogan stated that, look here, brother, I live in this state and I don't need to be embarrassed by a dipshit coach like this. The ghost of Tom Petty showed up later at Mullen's residence and whispered in his ear that if he ever plays I Won't Back Down, played at the Swamp again, he will come back and kill him with a Stratocaster straight up his poot chute. And speaking of Florida coaches, yeah, I like that too. Speaking of Florida coaches, Steve Spurrier back in the news. Old ball coach has now opened up a wax museum dedicated to himself, of course. The museum in Irmo, South Carolina, has wax figures of Spurrier as a Florida quarterback when he never beat Georgia, his winless season with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, his dismal seasons with the Washington team, and the last partial season with the South Carolina Gamecocks. Of course, there's a likeness of him as Florida's coach, and the first to be in line was Tim Tebow, who bowed in front of the Florida coach wax figure. One attendee was wondering if he were praying or trying to offer fellatio. Things really got stirred up when former Georgia coach Mark Richt walked in with a small flamethrower and melted the first 2 statues before being escorted out. This reporter followed Richt out as he was putting his flamethrower in the trunk of his car, and he said, he's a large gaping asshole, amen? And I said, amen, in which he sped off. Spurrier was very upset, but no one seemed to care except Tim Tebow, kept trying to hold Spurrier's hand. Spurrier said, get off me, you son of a bitch. When the Spurrier Wax Museum will be open to the public again is to be determined, and according to Irma residents, no one gives a shit. And Lou 2 Fake News is being brought to you by another news sponsor. the Parade of Quartets Gospel Revival. It's going to be held on the fourth Sunday of this month at the Mount Zion Cathedral and Barbershop in Spartanburg, South Carolina. The Mighty Clouds of Joy, Big Screaming Mary, and Little Willie on his electric guitar will be the entertainment. Free citron juice will be sold at the door. We want you, and especially you, to attend this fine gospel revival at the Mount Zion Cathedral and Barbershop just before Rufus T. Riley's Fish Market on Highway 301 in Spartanburg, South Carolina. And, of course, by Hell's Angels Bar and Goose Creek, Big Dick Wrench for the New Year is providing a cooking class on how to make ramen noodles. Bring a tire iron for stirring and protection. Hell's Angels Bar, just before Three Finger Freddy's Firecracker Stand on Highway 78 in Goose Creek. And that's the fake news for the week, only on the YouTube channel. Either I'm dead or my watch has stopped. Scott Kerr reporting.
The bit in the beginning about the mayonnaise, there's people down here that really would fight over which mayonnaise is the best. Like people take their mayonnaise very seriously.
Oh yeah, for a second there, I wasn't sure if you were joking or not.
Yeah,
sounds like something somebody would actually do.
Pete made the comment on the Lunch Money show last week that he doesn't eat mayonnaise on his sandwiches, and people lost their mind. Pete eats a turkey sandwich. He just puts mustard on it, and that's it. I mean, how anyone could eat a turkey sandwich without mayonnaise is beyond me. But he doesn't. But so, and people got mad. They were like, "How can this guy not eat mayonnaise?" And then
to tease you a little bit next
week
is
the way to go.
Sponsor.
Dukes is the only real mayonnaise, in my opinion.
I'm a Hellsman's guy. I love Dukes too, but Hellsman's has always been the mayo for me.
Yeah.
But you're going to have a new sponsor, James Brown's Mullet and Mustard Sandwich Shack.
Oh,
He'll be a sponsor next week.
Great.
So look for that. Anyway, thoroughly enjoyed the Peach Bowl. You made the Peach Bowl for me, man. And I got to agree, it was without a doubt the best bowl game I saw of all the games. Because the others were like blowout.
Yeah, Coastal Carolina and Liberty was a good one. The Peach Bowl was a good one.
Yeah.
We had a couple of good ones. Yeah.
Scott, you didn't hear my play-by-play of Tennessee in the Liberty Bowl?
No, I did not.
Yeah, well, neither did anybody else.
I'm sorry about that. I am BVD. Look, I hope and expect better results for Tennessee in the coming year. And I love what Lou said about that we might be predicted as number one. And yeah, we got to play our first game in 2021. It's going to be Clemson. And without Trevor Lawrence, which will be interesting. And JT Daniels could be coming back.
We hope
and
so.
The story about Dan Mullen is somewhat true. They are actually looking at Dan Mullen as the Jets' new coach.
Wow. Well.
Yeah.
And
isn't that something?
The rumor is, too, if he stays at Florida, he's making a bunch of changes on the defensive staff, but he's keeping Todd Grantham. So the fans are going to lose their mind if he fires a bunch of position coaches and keeps Todd Grantham. They're so done with Todd Grantham.
I think he's already fired his OC, right? He fired his offensive coordinator.
Did he?
I believe I read that. Yeah,
Why?
I think so. I think I read that. Who the hell knows? But
Best offensive ever had. What an idiot.
Everybody knows the first thing you do when you're having problems with your teams is fire the defensive line coach.
Yeah, Tennessee tried that a few weeks ago. Hey, Scott, I'm working on like a 15 or 20 second intro to play for when you get ready to come on Mondays.
Okay.
This is up to you. I don't know if you want your picture shown, email it to me. If you don't. But I could find a way to work that in. But that's up to you. You don't have to. I've got a little thing I started working on yesterday. I thought I would have it finished up, but I'll probably have it finished up this afternoon. And so when you come on from now on, I just hit a button and it'll play like this 15 second thing with like this dramatic news music and YouTube fake news, that kind of thing. Anyway,
well, did you hear my fake news alert, which is I don't know if you heard that or not.
Yeah, I caught that.
I'll work that in too. I'll make sure and work that in too. All right, Scott. Thank you, buddy.
Okay. Thank you, gentlemen. Y'all have a great week.
Oh, hey, Scott.
You too, buddy.
Scott.
Yes,
Can we do the fake news on Tuesday next week since the national title game is on Monday? And so that'll give you a chance to work something in about the national title game.
Sure.
Okay.
And do it at 8:30. Sure.
Yeah, 8:30 on Tuesday. Perfect.
You got it.
All right, Scott. Take it easy, buddy.
Have a
Scott with the fake news.
Some of which was real.
Right. That was one of his better efforts there. That was pretty good.
Yep.
That was pretty good.
Nothing yet has topped the Ronnie Millsap being hired as the new Vandy coach.
Yeah.
You're going to have to work hard to top that one.
What an epic fail by me on that Georgia-Cincy live stream that I did. I purposely didn't play any music before I started that live stream because I had a feeling it was going to get a lot of views. So so I purposely didn't play any music so that no one could steal my money. And then I got so excited at one point towards the end of the game, I without even thinking, I ran over to my soundboard and I hit the button that plays the Georgia fight song. It's like 12 seconds long. It was a 4-hour stream. Whoever owns the Georgia fight song has taken every dime of revenue from that video.
Damn.
What a fail. What a fail.
Well, I mean, you didn't know, right? I mean,
yeah.
Obviously you didn't think that would get you snagged.
It just pisses me off because I purposely said, okay, I'm going to skip playing any music. I'll just go live and that I won't do no show starts in 10 minutes thing. And then I blew it over a 12-second. Dun, 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 dun.
I was just going to say, wonder if they would have got you if you'd have just went, dun, 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 dun.
Well, I don't know. That's a good question because I did play the whole thing. Yeah, I don't know. Epic fail for Uncle Lou. Epic fail.
It happens.
It does happen. It's definitely not the first. Epic fail that Uncle Lou has had. That's for sure. That's for sure. Parker, thank you again for the super chat. He says, did you catch any of the Kentucky-NC State game? Kentucky won by 2. Yes. I'm not exaggerating. I sat out here on Friday all day and all day Saturday. I mean, yes, I watched them all. I watched all the games. That was a pretty good game. Well, it was a close game. I thought it was a boring game.
Yeah.
But it was a close game. But you should have known going in it was going to be a pretty boring game with Kentucky being involved. They have no idea what a downfield pass is. They try to slow the game down. They're just a boring team to watch. But it did end up being a close game. Not very exciting, though.
The Army-West Virginia game ended up being a really good game.
Yeah. Yeah, we had some good ones over the last couple of days. Ole Miss, Indiana went down to it was a one-possession game there at the end.
Ole Miss won, right?
Yeah.
Back in the...
Florida and Auburn, the only two losers in the SEC. Every other team won. BVD, how many bowl games did the ACC win?
I'm just going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say 0.
0. Not a single one. What a shame.
Well, they were consistent.
They were consistent. Consistently bad.
They were perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. perfect postseason for the ACC.
What a damn shame. What a shame. Troy S., thank you for the super chat, sir. He says, it might be like 2014 again when Ohio State got hot right at the end of the season. Who knows? Yeah, I think that was the year, wasn't it, where they ended up playing their third-string quarterback there at the end of the year. Could be. We'll see. Enrique, thank you for the super chat. He says, damn, Lou, if only Justin Fields. Yeah, if only. Lansky's eyebrows, thank you for the super chat. He says, Dolly Parton had 2 ribs removed years ago and hasn't missed a beat. Enrique Robles, thank you for the super chat, sir. Says, Scott reminds me of the news anchor on Grand Theft Auto 5. Thank you, Enrique. And he says, Notre Dame fans trying to remind us Catholics versus convicts is still relevant 34 years later. No, it's not relevant at all, and nor is Notre Dame. Of course, I've put Notre Dame on a 3-year major postseason bowl ban, effective immediately. So don't expect to be seeing Notre Dame in any New Year's Six bowls over the next 3 years. This is enough now. 30 years, they haven't won a major bowl game. That's pitiful.
30 years.
Pitiful. Just think of the list of teams over the last 30 years that have managed to win a major bowl game. Teams like Boise State, Central Florida, Iowa State. The other day, Georgia Tech.
Yeah, what was their last major bowl win?
Who, Notre Dame?
Yeah.
It was, I think it was the Sugar Bowl over Florida in 1991.
Yeah.
Since then, they went to multiple BCS bowl games, lost them all. They went to a BCS title game, lost it. They've been to New Year's Six bowls, lost. Been to the playoffs twice, lost. I mean, it's like 11 major bowl games since 1991, and they haven't won a single one of them. And their average margin of loss is 24 points.
Damn.
Only 2 of the 11 games were single digits, and those were in the 90s. I mean, they just get blown out every time.
Yeah.
Notre Dame made the playoffs in 18 and 20. They did not make the playoffs in 17 and 19. Why?
Because those were years they didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, because they played Georgia in 17 and 19.
Ah, okay. I see what you did there.
Yeah. The ACC can't keep them out of the playoffs, but Georgia can. So you're welcome to the rest of the college football world. You're welcome.
We've seen the last of Notre Dame in the ACC.
Yeah, they're going to go back to the same thing as before, where they just play five teams a year. What a joke. Brian Biak says, you boys planning on attending SEC Media Days in 2021. We'll see. We'll see.
Long ways off. Long ways off, be here before you know it.
Yeah. We'll see. I am going to 2 things I know. I'm going to the Sloblympics in March. I'm going to the Georgia Clemson game week 1. Those are 2 things I know for sure right now. Well, I know some other things too. You want to know what they are? I know that in February, we're doing Tinder BVD. Now, we're starting it here in a week or so as far as we're going to get the account up and running. We got to start. We got to put some. What do you call it when you go fishing and you got to put some lines in the? What do you call it? You got to put some lines in the water. Whatever. We're gonna start doing the Tinder thing in the next week or 2. But as far as talking about it on the show, 1 day a week starting in February. we're going to devote a significant amount of time to Tinder BVD. So, and this is going to be great.
It's going to be all. I have no input. It's just going to be.
Yeah. You're not going to know anything about what's going on until the rest of us do. We're going to get Colby to call in, or I said we'll figure it out somehow. He's going to call in once a week starting in February, and the day before or something, he's going to email me pertinent information. I want pictures of. I don't know how I'm an old idiot. I don't know how all the online app dating stuff works, but he's going to be emailing me pictures of whatever girls swiped right on you or whatever it's called, and we're going to be putting them up, and it's going to be great. He's going to be communicating with these girls as if he's BVD, So it's not really catfishing. We're not catfishing anyone. That we're going to put up pictures of BVD. It's just that Colby is going to be the one handling it and communicating with these dime pieces that are sure to show themselves when they come across BVD's Tinder.
They're clamoring already.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Can't wait. A Tinder moment with BVD.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So.
Do we have traffic report today?
Yeah, traffic report today. I'm waiting on him to call in now. I requested something too. I hope he didn't let me down. I've hoped that before though. I've hoped that before though. I had not.
Don't be let down if you're let down.
Right.
You have to forgive me here. I had a freaking nasty headache just pop up about 10 minutes ago. Kind of distracted me. I hardly ever get headaches. But I'll be all right. Maybe this traffic report, if we ever get it, will help me out here.
Yeah.
Watch any of the NFL yesterday?
No, I did not. I didn't
watch a lot myself either, but I did manage to catch part of my team's loss, which eliminated them from the playoffs. I had a question for you. Cardinals are down 11. About 4 minutes to go in the game. They got one timeout left. They're on the Rams side of the field. I can't remember. I know they were at least the Rams 40. 4th and 18. What would you do at that point? 4 minutes, down 11, one timeout, 40-yard line, 4th and 18.
I guess you go for it.
That's what I was thinking. At the very least, you go for it.
What game is this?
They could have Cardinals and the Rams.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many people care.
Winners in, losers done.
Right. So it was a playoff game.
Nobody besides me it was basically a playoff game. Yeah.
I know the Browns are in the playoffs. That's amazing. Mm-hmm. Thanks, of course, to Nick Chubb.
Oh, of course. It's all because of Nick Chubb.
Mostly, yes, it is. Enrique, thank you for the super chat. He says, did you see Southern Cal sign the #1 recruit in America? Yeah, Corey Foreman. Waikiki, thank you for the super chat. He says, is Jeff Webster taking the glamour shots of BVD? No, that's part of the, listen, when it comes Tinder, you have to, people post just their own regular pictures. So here pretty soon, we'll have to get BVD to send some pictures over to Colby or something so we can start setting this account up.
Let's be honest. Any picture of BVD is a glamour shot.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. I'll agree with you there.
Anything Colby needs in his effort to procure my third wife, I'll be glad to give him.
Yeah. Yeah, you're an active participant here. This is going to be great. You know what else is great? The traffic report. Good morning, TikTok Chess Hall.
Good morning, Lou and BBD. How are you guys doing?
Yes, Lou and Bob, though.
Oh, good morning, Lou and Bob. How are you doing?
Doing good. Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. So, got some notes here. Let me go through them right quick. All right, we're good. So, Uncle Lou requested that I do some research on Mr. Crybaby in ATL, aka Slitta. He did a Happy New Year's stream thanking a bunch of people. But you know what's funny? He didn't thank Lou or BBD. Shameful. And we still don't know if he's going to Sloblympics. Maybe you guys in the comment section should ask him if he's going to Sloblympics. We don't know. He won't answer our questions. We have no idea. Also, I got some breaking news. Breaking news.
Well, now, wait. Now, I want some more information on the Sleeta stream.
Okay. Well,
I mean, how many people were watching? What was he doing? What? It was a. Chess. It seems like you're getting progressively worse.
Okay.
I mean, tell us something funny about something. I mean, there's got to be something funny about Sports Live and the ATL doing. How long was this stream? There's got to be something funny about this guy doing a New Year's Eve live stream for 8 people or whatever it was. I don't know. Well, what was he doing? What was the stream? Was it just him sitting there watching the countdown clock? I mean,
no, he was sitting in a chair, and I'm thinking it might have been his living room. I don't know where he was sitting in, and it was weird as crap. The lighting was terrible.
Of course.
And the video was the live stream was about 11 to 12 minutes long. And he was just thanking everybody. Oh, we talked about donations too. Trying to save up some money to donate to somebody. I don't remember the guy's name. But
he really wanted people to donate to him so that he could donate to somebody else?
If I'm correct, yes.
Wow. Okay. Why wouldn't people just donate directly to the person he was wanting to donate to?
I don't know. Maybe I have no idea. He's blocked me from all of the accounts, so I have no idea. I have no contact with him.
Yeah.
Seems that's
did he make it all the way to New Year's?
Yes, he did. If you ask me, it was quite a boring stream. There wasn't nothing funny about it at all. It was just sad, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for him. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. I feel very, very sorry for David.
Yeah. What a shame.
I really do. Yeah, shameful individual. He didn't pick his nose though, so that's a good thing.
It is good.
So he didn't pick his nose or his boogers, so that's good. But I do have some breaking news besides the Slitta thing. Celine Driver has been spotted in BBD's comment section as of last night.
Oh, this is breaking news.
So, Celine Driver, I think he's back. I didn't talk to him. I didn't talk to him personally, but in a comment section, Mr. Big Dog Brett's, I asked him. I said, "Are you going to come back?" And he said, "Yeah, I'll come back eventually." Now
that's the thing. You saw him in Big Dog Brett's comment section.
Yeah, he was on the video with Big Dog Brett.
Right. So, and this is what and you're not the first person to tell me this, but apparently when he said he was taking a break from YouTube, what he meant was he was taking a break from me and BVD and that group, because he's been, from what I've been told, all over the Sports Live and the ATL streams. I guess the two of them are supposedly best friends now and are going out to dinner.
Yeah, they're going out to dinner
at the Sloblympics, and he's been. Now you're saying he's been in Big Dog Brett streams too. So apparently, taking a break from YouTube means just taking a break from me and BVD. Is that what you're saying?
I would say that's what I'm saying. Yes. And he showed up in my live stream too that I did. He said Happy New Year's, and that was it. He never commented again. What I think he's doing is he's saying he's taking a break, but realistically, he's still watching. He's just not commenting.
Oh. Okay.
You ask me. That's just my opinion.
I got you.
I think he's uploaded some videos too.
Oh yeah, he did upload some videos. I watched a couple of his videos complaining about fraud. He's already congratulated Georgia on winning the SEC East as per usual.
What, for next year?
So, yep, of course.
Oh.
Typical Florida fan.
Now, is he mad about the Oklahoma game?
Yes, he was very mad about the Oklahoma game. In fact, I believe I'm trying to think what he said. I think he said that he knew they were going to lose. Pretty sure, yeah. He said that they knew they were going to lose. Well, you know how Saline is. They're going to lose every game because of Todd Grantham. That's all he talked about was Grantham pretty much the whole stream.
Yeah.
And he read off some stuff on the internet about how Grantham's staying and Florida's firing a bunch of defensive coordinators and everything, but he's keeping Grantham. So he was mad about that. So I think he's on the fire Todd Grantham train again, once again.
Right.
But other than that, that's really, I've been keeping a close eye on his channel. So, and
do you have anything to report on this new morning show?
New morning show. Talking about Morningwood?
Yeah.
Morningwood. I watched one episode.
How was it?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I liked it.
Now, what is it?
Episode yet. I think it's basically where they get in a StreamYard and they pre-record it and then upload it as a YouTube video.
So it's like the night streams.
Segments.
It's like the night streams, except it's pre-recorded and uploaded in the morning.
Well, not necessarily. They have a plan. Like they do certain segments on the show.
Oh, okay.
So it's a show. It's not a stream. It's a show.
Who all is a part of this morning show?
I believe Carter, Cranges, Unk, D4, I believe, and I believe BBD, right? BBD, I think you're part of it too, right?
Yeah, I was part of the second one.
Yeah, I haven't seen the second one yet. So
BBD's on a new morning show?
I'm guessing so, yes.
Oh. Well, congratulations, BBD.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, but the first episode I saw was really good. So I see great promise in this show. Not even going to lie to you.
A lot of informative things going on the Morningwood.
Like what?
Yes. Yeah, go ahead, BBD. I don't know.
I can't give away. I mean, I can't give away all the good stuff. The best way to find out is to go over there and give it a view.
Well, what was you said you were on one?
Yeah, what it is.
What was that? What was that like? What was that about?
I think I don't know how you would characterize my role on there. I don't have a DVD segment. I'm kind of there to lend my how can I put this? I'm there to lend my smartassery when needed.
Right. And these are pre-recorded and uploaded in the morning?
Yep. Every Wednesday morning.
Now, the one that you were on, when was that recorded?
Last Tuesday night.
Like what time?
They're recorded on Tuesdays and uploaded. I don't know what the plan is. I think the plan is to upload them around 8 or 9 in the morning.
Right.
I'm not positive.
Now, but when was it recorded?
I'm not doing a very good job here of giving information on this because I haven't been there for all of the planning and all that good stuff. So, like I said, the best way to get your information on this show and enjoy it is to just go check it out.
And when was it recorded?
Wait a minute.
Records on Tuesday night, uploads on Wednesday morning.
Yeah, but when though? When was it recorded?
Tuesday night.
Time-wise, DVD. Like time.
I don't know. Sometime.
Well, you were on it, right?
Dark.
You were on it, right?
Yeah, but I wasn't paying attention to what time it was. It
Was it 7 o'clock at
sometime in the
night?
evening. Definitely not.
Was it 2 in the morning?
Definitely not. Definitely not 2 in the morning.
3 in the morning.
Who's up at 2 in the morning? Jesus. That time
DVD, what
2
time
o'clock
was this
in the
show
morning,
recorded?
I don't know how else to say it. I don't know.
Were you on the show?
Yep.
Huh?
Yeah, I was on the show.
What time was it recorded?
Starting time. It was recorded at starting time. And ended at ending time.
Chess, what time do you think it was
time.
recorded, Chess?
If I take a rest, I guess 11 o'clock at night.
Okay.
I don't know. I have no idea.
There you go. Get our traffic reporter in on this.
Well, what the traffic reporter would do would be to ask someone who was on the show what time it was recorded. That's what the traffic reporter would do.
I don't talk to anybody from the show.
But you're talking to one now, but he doesn't know.
So
you might have
do you have a guesstimated time?
You might have to do a little more investigative work.
So what was the rundown for the show you were on? What did you said it's pre-planned and all that? What were the? I'm trying to let people know what they can expect if they go to watch the show, but maybe I need to get somebody else on. It seems like you don't have any idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, let's I think we should get ACP Carter on. Let him talk about it.
Now, I know you don't know what time the show was recorded that you were on, but do you know what you talked about?
Yes, I actually do remember some of the things I talked about.
Okay. What was that?
See, there was a top 5. We gave a top 5 of our all-time favorite college football players. Personal, not necessarily who we thought was the top 5 best players, just who we personally enjoyed.
Who was your number 1 favorite?
Heath Schuler.
Oh, that's right. I think I've heard you say that before.
Yeah.
Were all of yours Tennessee players?
No. I had Major Harris was in there from West Virginia.
I remember him.
Let's see if I can remember my top 5. Shit, I don't know if I can remember. Reggie White was 5 because this was I wasn't expecting to have to do a top 5.
You didn't prepare, but it's pre-planned.
I don't have to prepare. I just kind of show up and do my own thing. That's the beauty of it.
Reggie White, he was from Tennessee, right?
Reggie White, let's see, shit. In no particular order. Reggie White, Major Harris was in there. Heath Schuler. Jesus.
Peyton Manning?
Yeah, I think I had him at 2, maybe. 2 or 4, I can't remember.
What about Tamarese Martin?
Absolutely not.
Pig Howard?
Keep going.
Jalen Hurd? Jalen Hurd?
Keep going. No, keep going.
Garen Dudu?
Oh, he's. You know what? I can't believe I didn't list him as my favorite. Damn it.
Yeah.
Derrick Rogers?
No.
D'Angelo Gibbs?
Nope.
The trash can.
Cade
Nope.
Mays.
Damn, there's another one I forgot. Cooper and Cade Mays. They should have been in my top 5. Again, I think
Batuli.
people will enjoy it. They'll just go check it out.
Batuli.
Cade Ballard.
That's it. There you go. Yep, that was on my. And to find out if I'm lying or not, go check it out.
Cade Ballard.
Did you actually watch the show, Chess? I believe you did.
No, I was just.
Well, of
saying
course
Cade
he did.
Ballard.
He's the
Cade
traffic
Ballard.
reporter. He watches everything.
Cade Ballard was number 2.
There you go.
And he will probably be number 1 before it's all
Best
said
long
and done.
snapper ever.
Eric Berry.
No, that's Will Albright.
I know.
Eric Berry.
He was on a list.
But not your
Not
list.
mine. No.
Butch Jones.
He was on someone's list. Now, Butch Jones didn't play at Tennessee.
I know.
Yes.
Just trolling you.
Yes, you know this, Jess.
What
Yeah,
about
I'm just trolling you.
the guy that runs Catfish's YouTube channel?
The guy that runs YouTube.
What's his name? I forgot his
I
name.
see what you did there. Bobby C. Ratliff.
Yeah, Ratliff. That guy.
You know them, Bobby C. Ratliff, a.k.a. Catfish.
Bill
I don't
Bates.
even know the name.
I get those two mixed up all the time.
Bill Bates, though.
Keep going, you're going to run out sooner or later. At some point, you're going to run out.
Wait, we got it. Hold on a second. Let's see. I can Google Tennessee players right now. We'll never run out.
Was there anybody on your list from the last 13 seasons?
Probably
Since you
not.
fired Fulmer?
Probably not.
Okay. Why would there be?
Probably not. Now, see, now you got me racking my brain to figure out exactly who my top 5 was.
Tyler Bray.
Is Alvin Kamara the best backup running back in Tennessee history?
No, but Alvin Kamara is.
Yes. Good.
And that's something. Every time somebody brings that up, it just takes me back to
Morgan Cox.
what a fucking idiot.
Jason
Morgan.
Kroom.
Morgan Cox.
He plays for the Ravens. Alexander Johnson.
How many punters were on your list of top 5 favorite Tennessee players of all time? I mean, you are punter you, Tennessee. Punter you.
Yeah.
None?
It would be one of the culprits.
Jason Witten?
Either Britton or Dustin. I can't
Roy
do the Jason
Gorilla?
Witten thing.
What about Rich Carmelo or Camarlio?
Who?
Brent
Rich
Samaglia?
Camarlio? Spike Jones.
Rodrigo Blankenship. He was on that list.
Goat.
Hot Pod upcoming. Just saying. Wait. Lee Johnson, he played from 85 to 87 at Tennessee. What about him? I'm Googling right now, BB. I got you, bro.
Google faster.
Lauren Kemoff from 82 to 84.
Who?
I don't know. It says it on Google. I'm not Google. I don't know. Dave Green from.
No, that's one of your guys. David
Actually,
Green.
no. It says on Google right here. Leroy Clark from 76 to 70. Oh no, wait. Yeah, 76, 76. Greg Joseph. What about him?
No.
Jack Spikes from 65. Yeah, Jack Spikes.
No, but I like that name. No
That's
relation
cool
to
name,
Keo.
Jess,
about,
thank you for an amazing traffic report this morning.
You're welcome.
You did a
Love
great
you,
job.
mean it. See y'all.
Where can when are you on again in case people want to tune in for whatever reason? Yeah, he hung up.
Too tough a question?
Marketing 101, Chess. If you're not willing to promote yourself, don't expect anybody else to do it. But find Chess Hall whenever he's on or wherever, whenever, and whenever. Yeah. Joseph Gibson, thank you for the super chat, sir. He says, Uncle Lou, you think Ohio State has a chance? From an Ohio State fan, I think they have a chance if they play like they played last week, but it's hard to imagine that they can. I mean, but yes, they have. I mean, they have a chance.
Of course, they got a chance.
Enrique Robles says Celine was
chance.
streaming a few times last week. Brian Biak, thank you for the super chat. What are your feelings on 1219 guesting a show? I don't have any feelings on that.
1219. What?
Not this show. No. This show? No. A show? I don't. Yeah, he can guest. He can guest a show, but not this one. Not this one.
What would it take, Lou?
There is nothing. He's not coming on here.
That's what I thought.
Period.
Yeah.
If I want a hurricane on here, it'll be Pinecone, Coop, or if we're talking non-YouTubers, there's plenty to choose from them. Slim, Bears, Cubs, Canes. I mean, there's plenty of those. But YouTubers, Pinecone, Coop, but not Reek.
Which, by the way, folks, if you would like to be a co-host on the morning show on either Tuesday or Thursday, give us an email, louandbbd@gmail.com.
Yeah, we're going to start scheduling the guests on again like we did last off season. Every Tuesdays and Thursdays are the days we'll be having guests on. So send the email, louandbbd@gmail.com. We'd love to have you on. Bacon Ninjet, thank you for whatever that is. And I honestly don't know, but thank you for supporting the show, sir. Creeping Death, thank you for the super chat. He says, Lou, your son felt your heart Saturday on live. You okay? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. By the next day, all my readings were back down to normal. So that was good. Lansky's Eyebrows, thank you for the super chat. Chess Dyslexia Hall. Does Chess have dyslexia? I had no idea. I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Is that a new name for an eating disorder?
It's possible.
These small plate of food eat large plate of food.
It's possible.
Hey, I've got that kind of dyslexia.
Irish Medic, thank you for hitting the PayPal link, sir. Appreciate you supporting the show. He says, I'm happy about the year. 10 wins. He's a Notre Dame fan. We're never going to get those super elite guys. Some don't like cold, or good amount wouldn't get accepted at Notre Dame. Entrance SATs are 1450 for most degrees. There's no way I would have gotten in. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. Well, yeah, Happy New Year. I'm not getting into the whole Notre Dame lets football players in who, were they not football players, would not get accepted. So I get that Notre Dame's a great academic institution, but it's not Stanford in terms of the acceptance.
Probably not even
in terms of getting accepted as a football
Vandy.
player. That there are lower standards. And I'm not putting down any football player that goes to Notre Dame. It's just that I hear that a lot. And if you go back to Notre Dame's last national title, the best player on that team was only on the team because of the whatever it's called, the Title IX exceptions or whatever it is, where football players could get in with a lower academic requirement than regular students. I mean, every school does, everybody does this. So it's nothing against Notre Dame. It's just, and Notre Dame's a great academic school. So is North Carolina. So is Vandy. So is Stanford. So is UCLA. I mean, on and on and on and on and on. But the idea that, Notre Dame only takes.
I think that you may have just unlocked. You may have just unlocked the problem at Tennessee football. I think our academic standards are so high at Tennessee now, we just can't get great football players anymore.
Right.
I'm going to run with that for a while.
That's as good as any other excuse any Tennessee fan has ever used.
Yeah. I mean, better than running out of excuses.
The Prophet, thank you for the super chat. He says, why does BVD refuse to read my super chats? BLM. BVD?
Well, I was just now I was trying to decide if I wanted to delete that one and block that guy, or I decided I'll let you. This is your channel. I'll let you determine who gets blocked and who doesn't.
Bears, Cubs, Canes, thank you for the super chat, sir. He says, I'll be a guest sometime. Great. Send the email. We'll get you lined up. BVD's got his calendar ready to go. I synced it the other day with mine own eyes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Pen and paper in hand, ready to make a plan.
Right. But don't send an email about, I know you said Tuesdays and Thursdays, but Mondays, no, well, sorry. And I'm not talking to you, Bears, Cubs, Canes, talking to just anybody. It's Tuesday or Thursday. Those are the 2 days that we're looking to have guests on. We've got other things going on Mondays and other things going on Fridays. So.
Oh, Friday's going to be okay. Is that going to be the tender?
Well, maybe, or whatever else we come up with. But the point is, I don't want every day of the week locked down with guests. Plus, we'll run into the same problem we ran into last time, which is where everyone wants to be on, and then a month later, no one wants to be on.
Yeah.
So we'll just spread it out 2 days a week. That'd be the way to go. In my opinion, anyway, for whatever that's worth, which may or may not be anything at all. I don't know. I honestly don't.
What's worth at least $1.75.
I'll agree with that.
Maybe $1.10.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Chase C, thank you for hitting the PayPal link, sir. He says, hey, Lou, my Tigers look like they didn't show up. Congrats to Ohio State. Definitely outplayed. Keep up the good work, Lou and BVD. Yeah, haven't seen Clemson look that bad in a long time. Yeah.
A little
I mean,
shocked
well,
that
they
people
got
aren't
whipped in the
acknowledging what a
national
great
title
first
game
quarter.
last year, too. That game wasn't close either.
Yeah, their last two playoff performances have not been up to Clemson standards, I don't think.
That's true. And now they're staring down the barrel of a 2-game losing streak, that's going to be hard for the Tater to swallow, ain't it?
You gotta be.
Gotta be.
It's like a tater tot stuck in their throat.
Yeah.
And then they got the whole quarterback quarterback concerns coming up for next year, although I think the ukulele is going to be just fine. Definitely, probably, more than likely not the next Trevor Lawrence. But you never know. He could be the first ukulele.
He played great in that start against Notre Dame, no doubt about it. I would, if I'm Clemson,
he may make people forget all about Lawrence.
What I want to know, if I'm Clemson, is, or what would worry me more, would be replacing ETN.
Yeah.
I mean, he holds. I mean, how many? He holds almost every Clemson rushing record known to man. A bunch of ACC records. Plus, they're losing neck roll. And we know neck roll can't be. We know neck roll can't be replaced because they blame losing neck roll for every loss they have. You know what I mean? They blame losing neck roll for losing to Notre Dame. They blame losing neck roll for losing by 40 to Ohio State or whatever it ended up being.
Could have very well been 40. I think Day took his foot off the gas a little bit there at the end.
Yeah.
These two teams will see each other again.
Clemson and Ohio State.
Last time. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe they can play each other in a New Year's Six Bowl next year.
Don't think either one of them are going to qualify for the playoffs.
No.
It'll be tougher. Who's got the better shot? I'd say Clemson.
Probably Clemson, because other than Georgia, they'll probably run through their schedule. Ohio State's losing a lot, too.
Who is the backup at Ohio State? Who is the backup quarterback there?
He's a freshman. I can't remember his name. I mean, he's high. You know, Ohio State's recruited at a ridiculous level. I mean, so is Clemson.
Yeah. I mean,
you know, but experience does matter.
It's not going to be a Jarrett Garantano back there. You wouldn't think, but more than likely not a Justin Fields either.
Yeah.
We need to get Bad Dog on here. Bad Dog, you need to let us know when you can come on. It's prime NFL time for you right now. Unfortunately, your Giants didn't make it. I was pulling for the Eagles last night, too, just for you and my Giants buddies on here. But instead, we got something called Washington Football Team representing the NFC East. What do you think about that, Lou? A 7-9 football team's getting a home game in the NFL playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, the NFC East was horrible. But somebody has to win it. I mean, that's just the way it's set up in the NFL. You're guaranteed a playoffs. I mean that's what's going to happen. Something similar to that could happen in college football when we go to 8 teams, you know. You could have an upset in a conference championship game where a team with 3 or 4 losses wins a conference championship game and is going to get in the playoffs because of it. Could happen.
Yeah, we were talking about that last night. If the Giants, wouldn't it have been some shit if the Giants had made it in as a 6-10 team, got hot, went on a a run and won the damn Super Bowl, we'd have a 10-10 team as Super Bowl champions. I think the odds of that happening were very slim, but
Who's your pick to win the Super Bowl?
I like the Chiefs.
Me too.
I know rare that teams repeat, but man, they're awful good. Out of the NFC, got to be either the Packers or the Saints.
I'm going to go Packers. Drew Brees announced he's retiring. Did you hear that?
No.
Yeah, he's retiring at the end of the year.
This is it?
Yeah. His last
okay.
hurrah, as it were.
Well, go Saints. I like Drew Brees.
Yeah. He's been fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure.
Yeah, so who's the incumbent there? Is it Taysom Hill?
Somebody said Jameis Winston. I don't know. He's on that roster, ain't he?
I think so.
Yeah.
Not positive.
What a disaster and a deadbeat he is, huh? This Jameis Winston.
Well, what's he done to, what have I missed that he's done to be saddled with the deadbeat moniker?
Oh, he's just always been a deadbeat. He was a deadbeat in college. He's deadbeat in the NFL. He's just a deadbeat.
So no Cam Newton. I don't know. He might be a deadbeat now. Ask the Patriots fan.
His daddy's a deadbeat.
Newton's.
Yeah. Vector 12, thank you for the super chat. He says neck roll was also ejected in their loss to LSU. What's the record for most ejections? Yeah.
Who's neck roll?
The white middle linebacker for Clemson, Skowski. He's the only college football player on earth who, at any point over the last 15 years, has worn a neck roll. No one. Can you think of anybody that wears a neck roll
like
anymore? The old,
the
old Eric Dickerson. Yeah, like the old Eric Dickerson. Yeah, he wears one. I don't know why.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that still wear. I guess it would technically be. Well, no, it can't be classified as a neck roll. But there's a lot of guys that wear that neck pad back there. That jacks their name up. But I didn't realize that. Jeez. I know there's a lot of quarterbacks that still like to wear the old school helmets, but I'm not talking about the damn 70s helmets.
Yeah.
Jeez. I'm going to have to look that up.
Yeah, that Skowski just won't learn his lesson. It's a shame. He's got to hold the record for most targeting ejections by any one player.
I had some questionable targeting calls this weekend in those games. But I guess by the letter of the law, if you lean your head forward, you're going to get called for targeting. I don't understand why these guys, I know you develop habits over the years playing football, but they've got to be, they've got to be preaching now, and you have to know that don't lead with your helmet.
Yeah, it has worked. Putting these strict rules in place over the last 10 years has worked. You don't see those hits over the middle like you used to. You don't see them. Mm-hmm. If the game was played today like it was played 10 years ago, there would be 2 or 3 people every single game ejected. So it's worked, and it took a while, but it's trickled down. Players are taught now from peewee and midget through middle school, high school, and of course in college. This is how you tackle, and this is how you don't tackle. This is how you hit, and this is how you don't hit.
Yeah.
Just like you're taught not to hold and not to block in the back and not, all that stuff. You're taught Don't lead with your head. Don't hit a defenseless receiver. All that kind of stuff. And it's worked because you see way less of it now. What about Cincinnati having an offensive player kicked out for targeting?
No.
Now that you don't see very often.
That.
An offensive lineman headbutted a guy.
An offensive lineman.
Yeah, headbutted a guy.
Wow.
It was clear, though, when you watched it was obvious. And the Skowski thing was obvious, too. I've seen a lot of people get confused between not liking the rule and not understanding the rule. The people who say it's not targeting, you just don't understand the rule. It was clearly targeting. Maybe you don't like the rule, but that was clearly targeting. You cannot lead with the crown of your... I mean, he hit the guy with the top of his head. That's why he wears a neck roll. He's lucky he didn't break his own neck. If he didn't have that neck roll on, maybe he would have.
Well, you know what targeting was called back in the day, right?
Well,
before there was ever a targeting.
In the case of the Skowski, because the targeting, there's 3 or 4 different varieties of targeting, but what Skowski did used to be called spearing.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. It's clearly a targeting foul. It was the right call. Slim Shady says the Slims. Tampa Bay is winning the Super Bowl. Suck on that and type some more. I'm not going to be sucking on that, but I would gladly take that bet, though. Brandon Pratt, thank you for the super chat. He says the Chiefs basically played a scrimmage game yesterday. I don't even know who they played.
All the Tampa fans that were hollering Super Bowl in the preseason, their team's in it, so they're still alive.
Still alive. For now. For now. Let's see if they can make it through. I think they have a bye, don't they? Did they win the NFC South? I think they have a bye.
I would imagine.
I'm not sure.
I would imagine New Orleans won the South, didn't they?
Probably. Sergeant AR-10, thank you for the super chat. He says, all the bowl game losers making excuses this morning. It's bad enough when the fans do it, but to hear Dan Mullen come out and do it is honestly the saddest thing I've ever seen. And he deserves all the hate he's getting. Not just from loudmouths like me, but like regular media people. What an embarrassment to the university to have him come out and say the things he said.
God, I still haven't.
And what a slap in the face to the kids that played.
Yeah. What are some of the things right off the top of your head, if you can even remember, that he said that were egregious and bad?
This wasn't the 2020 team. The 2020 team played their last game 11 days ago.
I guess I need to just go watch
What
that.
a joke. You know, we didn't have to be here. We were within the threshold to where we could have canceled the game. Well, then you should have canceled the game. Don't wait till you lose and then say that.
About it now.
Yeah. If you show up to play, you're there to win.
But not Florida.
What an absolute joke.
Not the Mullen coach team.
What an
about
absolute
the brawl?
One of the worst I've seen. I mean, Clemson, South Carolina comes to mind. Miami FIU comes to mind. But that was one of the worst I've seen. Or best, depending on if you like that kind of thing. But, I mean, it was serious. I couldn't believe it.
Did you notice Mike Leach over there taking pictures with people in the stands while it was going on?
Well, yeah, and then they interviewed him on his way off the field, and it's no big deal. You know, this is football. People get hit. Yeah, not like that. You know, one of your players stomped a guy in the head and then ran away like a bitch. Did y'all see that? The Mississippi State guy running down the sideline, and there was a Tulsa player laying on the ground, and he stomped on his head and then ran off like a little, like going, a bitch.
Yeah. There was so much going on, and it was all over the place too. I mean, yeah. It was definitely one of the worst ones here in the recent time frame.
Yeah. And Mike Leach, I mean, you have to do better than that as a coach. A head coach is not me or you or someone in a comment section that can say, "Oh yeah, look at him. Oh God, he hit that guy." Regardless, I mean, a head coach has to. There's certain things that can happen where a coach has to say a certain thing. Like when a player quits
95% of the time, but
when a player quits before the bowl game, the coach has to say, "Well, he gave his all to the university, and we wish him the blah 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 blah." Even though he's thinking, "This motherfucker is hanging us out to dry, asshole." He can't come out and say that. When your team is involved in a huge post-game brawl, you have to come out and say, "We don't condone that. That's not who we are." But I don't see the big deal. It's football. People get hit. You can't do that as a coach. It doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Doesn't look good.
It's almost him saying that he's okay with it.
Right. That's how it came off. Yeah. That's how it came off.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's shit. Fuck it. Let's just have a brawl after every game. Didn't like the way we played today.
Vector 12,
after the game.
Thank you for the super chat. He says, you have to see what you hit. It's not an intent issue. It's a fundamental issue. If you see what you hit, you didn't weaponize your helmet. That's the hit they're trying to remove. Yeah. Slim Shady, thank you for the super chat. He says, we face the NFC East winner, so it's the same as a bye. Bet against Brady in the playoffs at your own peril. Yeah, probably beat Washington, I would assume. White Tanto Jr., thank you for the super chat. He says, all the love for JT Daniels, but I'd take Justin back over JT right now. Well, anybody would. I mean, Justin Fields is, at worst, he's the fourth best quarterback in football. At worst.
Are you trolling, Lou?
No.
You don't really believe that, do you?
Yeah. So, yeah, I would take him back.
I'm going to need more. Oh, Fields, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
I thought you said JT Daniels is at worst the fourth best quarterback. Okay, I got you.
No, not this year.
JT
next
Daniels,
year.
What you said was...
Who's the best quarterback next year?
Shit, who knows?
JT Daniels. Who's better?
We'll have to see.
Guy had 1,400 yards in 4 games.
Pretty good.
That's
good
half.
numbers.
That's half of what Fromm had in 15 games.
He definitely looked good.
The thing about JT Daniels that still worries me is he can't move. I mean, there's been a few plays where he has escaped some pressure into pocket and rolled out and extended a play, but generally speaking, he's barely better than Fromm with his legs, and that does concern me against a team with an elite pass rush. But I mean, he's thrown for 400 yards in 2 of his 4 games. You know, he's definitely a huge improvement over anything we've had probably since Aaron Murray. Aaron Murray could move and run, and he's got to work on his long ball. JT Daniels does. But when you look at the quarterbacks that are leaving this year and you look at who's coming back next year, JT Daniels is near the top of the list.
Yeah.
Now, will he end the season as one of the best? Who knows? But for right now, you're losing a lot of really, really good quarterbacks. You know, Mac Jones, Kyle Trask, Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, the guy from North Dakota, the guy from BYU. Maybe you say that Keaton Slovis at Southern Cal, maybe he's the best returning QB. I mean, if you want to just look at the SEC, nobody from Tennessee, nobody from South Carolina. Florida's losing theirs. Alabama's losing theirs. Kellen Mond is gone. No one can name Arkansas's quarterback next year. Now, whoever the Ole Miss or the Mississippi State quarterback is, you have to give them some consideration because of the offenses they're going to be running. But JT Daniels will be up near the top of the list next year in terms of returning
QBs. Who's LSU's
QBs.
quarterback?
I think they have to stick with Max Johnson. I know he was like their third or fourth choice this year, but he seemed to play better than anyone else. Spencer Rattler. Yeah, Sean says Spencer Rattler. He's probably the best returning quarterback in all of football. Keaton Slovis, too, at Southern Cal is another good one.
And like you said, there'll be some that will emerge early.
Right. Yeah, but we don't know who those are yet. So when you look at just returning, if you're trying to rank like returning QBs, JT Daniels is top 5.
I got a feeling, and it's just a jaded Tennessee fan feeling. I got a feeling that if he is their starter, well, I don't know if he can be the starter next year. J.T. Shrout transferred to Colorado.
Oh, yeah.
Can he start next year?
Well, if he gets a waiver.
Yeah.
And
if
if
he
he's good
starts
enough.
next year, I just based on recent transfers, it seems like they've left Tennessee and gone elsewhere and been huge stars. The Shuck guy from Oregon, will he be back next year? Can't remember.
Yeah, this was his first year. Yeah, he'll be back next year. But he was disappointing to me this year.
And the whole team was 4-3.
Yeah.
And they were, it happens, teams all the time are expected to be really good in the preseason and make a potential run at the playoffs. But man, their wins, they didn't even look that good. They definitely didn't look like one of the 25 best teams in the country, let alone top 10.
Yeah.
But you know what, Lou? There's always next year.
Man, I've been saying that for a long time. Oh.
Yep.
Can I show off my new watch before we end the show? This might be
I don't see why not.
Definitely, this might be my favorite. Look at this. This is great. There you go. I don't know if you can really see it. That's one of those old school. That's a Swatch watch, BVD.
Wayne Driver's done converted you, hadn't he?
You remember the old Swatch watches from when we were kids?
Yeah. I might be thinking of something different, though. The Swatch watches I'm thinking of might not have even been called the Swatch. Those were snap watches where you just kind of slap them on your wrist and they...
I remember the bracelets that were like that.
And attack. And they had watches like that, too, I think. So what makes that a Swatch watch? Is it just the name brand or?
Yeah. You don't remember Swatch watches?
No, I definitely remember Swatch watches. I just, like I said, I'm getting them confused with those snap things.
I don't know why. One doesn't have anything to do with the
watches.
other.
Yeah, I know, but that's just my brain at work.
Yeah.
Scary things happen sometimes when my brain starts working.
Yeah.
Let me see it again. Yeah. I kind of like that. It's a little bigger.
They're cheap too.
Than,
it's just a rubber
what I prefer. But
bracelet. And hell, it feels like it's all rubber, really. Yeah, I had to have it. Yeah, Tim, everybody did. I had 2 or 3 of them when I was a kid. Swatch watches. I didn't even know they still made them anymore. But they do.
Yeah.
And then I was looking on eBay.
Shit, we're talking.
But isn't this true about a lot of stuff though? I was looking on eBay, and some of the original, like from the 80s Swatch watches are thousands of dollars now. They were $20 a piece when I was a kid. You know, but it's like the same thing. Like I used to have all those GI Joes and all that kind of. Some of that stuff now is worth thousands of dollars. You know.
Oh man, don't get me started.
I know.
I'd love to have all the shit back that I had back in the 70s. Evel Knievel stuff. You know. I don't know if the Kiss stuff's worth shit now, but I used to have about every piece of Kiss memorabilia that ever came out in the 70s and early 80s.
Yeah.
Bob. Lou and Bob.
The Lou and Bob show. All right. Guess we got to get out of here. Lizard Circus, thank you for the super chat, sir. He says, good morning from Neo and I. Good morning, Lizard Circus. And Neo.
Morning.
Mr. Anderson. One of my favorite people, Mr. Anderson is. He's good people.
What was his first name?
Mr.
I remember it. I remember it now. Do you?
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah. Mr. what, though?
Mr.
What
Anderson.
Oh, okay. Just Mr. Anderson. Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Rhymes with Handle Anderson. Good morning, sir. Archie, I hear you, and they do too.
Yeah, we got to go. Archie's got to go out. You're going to shit all over BBD's living room. Appreciate y'all tuning in this morning. Big shout out to those of you who supported the show this morning with the Super Chats and the PayPals. We really, really appreciate that. Parker, Brandon, Pat, Buckeye Till I Die, Parker, Troy S., Enrique Robles, Lansky's Eyebrow, Enrique Robles, Brian Biak, Waikiki, Joseph Gibson, Enrique, Brian Biak, Bacon Ninjet, Creeping Death, Lansky's Eyebrows, The Prophet, Bears, Cubs, Canes, The Prophet again, Vector 12, Brandon Pratt, Slim Shady Canes, Sergeant AR-10, Vector 12, Slim Shady, White Tonto Jr., and Lizard Circus. Thank you guys for supporting the show. And over on the PayPal page, we had Irish Medic and Chase C. Appreciate you guys hitting that PayPal link and trying to support what me and BVD are trying to do here in the mornings. Means a lot to us. We got some fun stuff planned for the off season. Hope most of you will stick around. Talent show coming up this summer. Tinder BVD coming up in February. Sloblympics in March. Lots of stuff planned. We're going to have a good time here this summer. If you want to be a guest on the show, be sure and email us, lewandbvd@gmail.com, lewandbvd@gmail.com. All right, BVD, where can they find you?
Well, tonight they can find me maybe for the last time at 8 o'clock on BVD TV. I still can't make up my mind on my Monday nights. So you guys give me a reason to stick around on Monday nights. Otherwise, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sundays at 8 p.m. And not as a regular, but you can catch me sometimes on Wednesday mornings over there on ACP Carter 45 Entertainment. Our buddy, ACP Carter, trying to get something going.
BVD,
Good morning, Wood.
We did it again, BVD. We forgot the who won the picture contest on Friday. We spent all that time figuring out who won.
Oh, well, we put his picture up. You had his picture up.
Oh, Waikiki won.
Wilkie won.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna take. So we did show the picture today. Okay, that's good. And then I'll replace the pine cone picture with the Waikiki picture for the rest of the week, starting tomorrow. So remind me to do that.
Yeah.
We'll do that in the morning. And then same thing on Friday. We'll switch it up again. I'll be back here with BVD tomorrow at Tuesday for the morning show again. We do this Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday at 8 a.m. Don't forget the night show, Tuesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. Uncle Lou After Dark, college football's longest running college football call-in show. So tune in for that Tuesdays and Thursdays. And this is the last week that me and Pete will be doing the Lunch Money show on Tuesday and Thursday at noon. So tune in to the last 2 noon editions of the Lunch Money show before we move the show to Monday nights, starting next Monday, the night of the national championship game, where we will be streaming the national championship game together, both me and Pete. Check that out. And every Monday after that at 10 p.m. All right, guys, we love y'all. Can't wait to see you back here tomorrow morning. We'll be here. Have a good day.
We will. See ya.